Gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. Yo, I gotta break this interview down. Big shout out to DJ Akademiks. He did a great interview. A lot of stuff he asked I didn't like. I think it was borderline, but that's not to disrespect him. I'm just giving to you from a G's point of view. I'm gonna break down what Youngeen Ace said so you could understand the mind of where he's at right now. All right? But DJ Akademiks, yeah, you crossed the line on certain questions, big homie. My number on the screen if you want to call me. This is not coming up here to bash DJ Akademiks. This is just to, let it be known what it is so that, the podcasters that's not in the street, was in the street, and don't really know about the street don't say the wrong things when they get these guests up here that could wind up putting them behind bars, you know what I mean? Or even causing a demise, all right? If you subscribe, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and most of all, hit the notification bell if you already subscribed, and hit the notification bell when you subscribe. You already know to hit the like button. My phone number's on the screen. We keep it 100. Let's keep it going. Let's get this thing moving, because this how we doing it to Mecca. All right? Unique Mecca Audio here, man. I watched this DJ Akademiks video and I really like it. If y'all like more what I do with this, let me know. This is not to disrespect DJ Akademiks. It's to give him his props, even though I said certain things I don't like that he asked. But I have to speak on that the same way I'm going to speak on the positive things that were said or the informative things. Like this part that I'm getting ready to play in this video. Hit the notification bell if you already subscribed, please. That's all I'm asking right now. And subscribe and hit the notification bell. This video I'm getting ready to play, he asks Youngeen Ace about, what he feel about the mothers of the victims that, was murdered. So this is a real touchy situation because someone dear to me lost a son and it hurts me. And I seen her hurt and I've hurt other people's sons, but I've never seen their hurt before. So seeing this firsthand, I feel this is a topic that need to be spoke on right now. All right, so let me bring this down here and check out the question DJ Akademiks asks Youngeen Ace, and then I'm gonna respond to it to further elaborate because Akademiks did not really bring it out of him, and that's not a disrespect to him. So you rat bastards that want to say that I'm shooting shots, no, I only shoot shots at you dudes. Let's get that right. Only rat bastards get shots over here. All right. Oh, and flip-flop wearing in public trolls. Right? You already know.
You got to think about the families of people who, you might not get along with them, but like the mom's grieving. They're aunt, their sister, they might have kids.
Man, mamas be doing all that shit, like, but they be doing, they be hyping their kids up, shit. So they need to stop doing all that shit.
All right, we're gonna stop it there. You heard what he said? He said, mamas be knowing what their kids be doing. Let's keep it 100. I'm a kid. My mama was, raising me. I was on the street. I was busting my gun. I'm selling weed. I'm selling heroin. I'm doing all this at 11 years old. You know what I mean? I'm coming in at 11 years old with big bags of clothes from Layton's. If y'all remember Layton's back in the days, and brand new Clarks, that was $70 a piece. I'm talking about this is in a time when a Cadillac, a Cadillac cost about, a Grand Prix, a regular car, Grand Prix or Buick, Oldsmobile 98. We talking about $3,500 to $5,000 for a car. And we talking about cars now for $200,000. You know what I mean? To show you how, the world have evolved. But we talking about a time when, you could buy a brand new car for $1,500, $2,500. A brand new car. I'm talking about a Pacer, little Gremlin, the off-brand cars, Buick Skylark, But then, I'm coming in the house with big jewels on my neck at 11 years old, big nameplate like this, because my whole name, I had my government name on it at the time, so that took up the whole damn plate. But, we wanted to have the biggest because that showed us that we had the best stance and so on and so on. But, and I'm coming in with brand new overlaps and, you know, the AJs and, you know, the Sherlin coats with the matching hat with the flaps and, you know what I mean? And the Cazal glasses, you know, and I'm coming in with a couple of grand in clothes, you know what I mean? Bringing bags in and mom see what's going on. So moms knew what was going on. That's what he's trying to say. And that's what you young mothers have to do. When you see your child doing something that you know is breaking the law, because you know you didn't give him the money to go buy that Sherlin coat and that Sherlin hat, but here we go coming in with that and a brand new pair of Clarks at $70 when you don't even have $70. And here it is, your 11-year-old son, 15-year-old son coming in with this gear on. You know what he's doing. You know whatever he's doing wrong. Whether he's selling coke, heroin, scamming, you know what I mean, pickpocketing, doing stick-ups, you know he's breaking the law. And that's what he mean by the moms be hyping him up. Because right there, the mom's supposed to intervene. I'll tell you one, right? Let me ride. One of my child's mother was raising my son when I was locked up, right? I'm going to give you a story so you understand. I like this program. I really do. I don't care how many views it get. I'm going to keep it 100 because I'm feeling this vibe right now. I'm in my educational, you know, Professor Unique mode, right? So check, right? Big shout out to Professor Sanchez and Grow Up, Grow Out also. You know what I mean? That's who I work with to try and save the youth. But let me check this, right? So you understand. My son got a job, right? And when he got a job, he was going to Chuck E. Cheese. He doing what he got to do, right? And he's about 14, 15 years old at the time, right? So he working at Chuck E. Cheese. One of his friends steal a check, you know what I mean? Or help somebody clean out their apartment. They got a check. They took the check. They gave it to their older family member in New York. They took the check and they bust the check. Gave my son, you know, some money. So my son go in there with the stolen check and he go buy, you know, something from the store. So when he buys it from the store, he comes home and he tells his mother, you know, what happened. Yeah, you know, we was cleaning out such and such a house. We bust the check. We took the check, gave it to his cousin in New York. Cousin broke it, you know, and gave us a percentage. And I was able to buy this new video game. And his mother said, nah, but that's illegal. You broke the law. And he said, nah, but I got over on the law. You know what I mean? Because he thinking like his father and he thinking his mother's like his father because I'm talking to him. I'm giving him one understanding, you know, which is strictly wrong, strictly street. You know what I mean? But I'm going to break this down how this goes. I think this is interesting. So my son sat there and he said, but Ma, I got over. And he said, no, it's not about getting over. It's about working for yours. You know, said you stole from somebody that's working for theirs and now they got to pay for your video game. So bring your black ass with me. And she took him back to the store and gave back the game. I call home. She tell me he on punishment. I said, for what? So she run down the scenario to me. I said, yo, the nigga got over. You know what I mean? She said, stop that. We raising a child now. I said, nah, but he got over. She's like, nah, he raising a child. I'm like, yo, but we didn't have to pay for the game. She's like, no, you raising a child. You don't raise a child that way. I said, no, but the object is to get over. She said, no, the object is to raise a child to be a law-abiding citizen. And I thought about what she said, and I knew then that she was 100% right, but I was 100% right from the frame of mind that I was coming from. So I had to go and meet her in the middle, and now not as a street nigga, but as a parent. So when she told me, I said, damn. I said, you know what, babe, you right. You know what I mean? You did the right thing taking the game back. I'm going to keep it 100. I wouldn't have took shit back. I would have pat the nigga on the back and told him where the rest of the checks. You know, gunshots. But I'm just keeping it 100. That's where my mind frame is at. But now I got to be a parent because I'm talking to a young lady that's raising a man child and not, you know, a hood rat, you know, just raising a picnic in the ghetto, you know? So now when she tell me that, and I got to talk to him, so I talked to him on the phone. I said, man, you know you was wrong, man. I said, you know you ain't supposed to take that. Them people work hard for it. You know you dead wrong for doing it. Your mother got every right to put you on punishment. You know what I mean? He said, but Dad, I want to really go to the basketball game. I said, nah, you can't go to the game because you violated. You know, he said, nah, but I got over. I said, I know in your father's world you got over, but your father's world landed your father in prison for 26 years. I didn't know 26 at the time, but I told him, your father's world landed him in the prison for life plus 20 years. You know, I don't want you to wind up in here with me, and your mother don't want you to wind up in here with me. So these little things that you do that you and I may think is little, and you and I may think is getting over, those Europeans that in the position of the powers to be wrote laws that carry time and consequences for you depriving somebody of their check. You understand? And he's like, yeah, but Dad, I got over. I said, yes, once again, you got over, but getting over is not always the key. You don't need to get over. You know what I mean? You just need to move forward. and you move forward by working to get your own and following what your mother say, and that's what it is. He said, man, all right, Dad. So now I talked to his mother on the phone. I said, damn, baby, I feel like a goddamn fool. I'm telling this nigga some bullshit. I'm just keeping it 100, you know what I mean? But, so I had to make her laugh because she was mad that he did that. So I'm making her laugh. I said, man, I can't believe you had me tell him that bullshit. That nigga got over bottom line, man. We ain't had to pay for the game $60. You know what he could do with $60? You know what I mean? You know how hard you got to work for $60? You sitting here got me chastising for getting over on $60? You know what I mean? And she started laughing. She said, man, I knew you was going to say something stupid like that. I said, nah, I told him the right thing. I told him that you was 100% right and listen to you and da-da-da-da. And I'm going to let you drive the ship with being a parent because you're already a citizen. And I'm still a criminal selling heroin in the prison. And, I didn't have to send my $60 for him to buy the game. So I figured that the nigga did me a favor. So she started laughing. She said, nah, you got to get out that mentality. So I was being worked on and groomed too, how to be an adult and how to move forward. But, that was the incident with that. But bottom line is that go back, because, we be riding. And then we get right back on topic. That go back to what Youngeen Ace just said, that mothers be knowing what the kids be doing when they out there. Mothers, you see your kid going out, he come in, don't act like you didn't see the gun. You didn't see him coming with blood on his clothes. And you know what I mean? When you ignored it, I might have asked what happened, and he told you some lame story, and you didn't push it to get the real, to tell him to stay away from it. But when he come in with blood on his clothes and a bullet hole in his chest, and he's taking his last breath in front of you, then you're going to think, damn, I should have asked him about that first blood on his joint. So mothers, don't act like you don't know, man, because this is real deep what he's speaking about. Just so you understand, I might make light of it, you know what I mean? Yeah, you got over, you know what I mean? But I knew right from wrong, even though I still wanted to raise him wrong. I'm going to keep it 100. That's because where I was at. But, that young lady helped me move forward to get my life together, to start thinking as an adult, even though I was still committing haram, meaning I was still committing sin in the prison, still selling drugs and carrying on and things like that, right? So that's where we at with that. But now, let me play the rest of this joint here, man. So mothers, you know what's going on. So don't sit there acting like you don't know what's going on with your son. You're so innocent. Stop it. We know what's going on, with our children, with our neighbors, with our homies. When you see somebody put up in a brand new Mercedes Benz and you know he ain't no record producer, don't do no music, and he's always standing on a corner, you know he's selling drugs. You know what I mean? So that's what he's saying about mothers be knowing what we doing. You know what I mean? You know we selling drugs. You know, we using the little dudes on the corner as lookout, but you don't talk to the little dudes and tell them not to say nothing because you scared we might do something. When for reality, I don't think there's a man would do something if somebody told a little kid that he's not supposed to do it. It's just the way he told him. If you tell him that I'm a scumbag and I'm using them and this and that and you disrespecting me, now I got to do something to you. But if you tell a man you know better than that, or even go to the person that's selling the drugs and say, man, yo, he young, man. Let's save this one, man. We can't keep poisoning the babies. Sometimes you got to talk to the elders, got to talk to the elders. Just like I told Jay Prince to stay in his lane and stay out of Cameron and them business. Let his son. That's why you got your son. Jay Prince, that's why you got your son. That's why you let your son deal with Cameron Mace or anybody else in that generational gap. You don't degrade yourself and go down there to say nothing to these little dudes. You know what I mean? And it's not a disrespect when I say little dudes. That just means these younger dudes. For you rat bastards. See, I catch things that I know rat bastards would use. And that's why they know what they need. They know where they need this at. Where do a rat need this at? Put it in the comment. You know what I mean? That's what the trolls do. They try and interrupt, good messages. But now, let me play the rest of this, man, So we know, mamas know what their kids doing, like he said, and they be hyping their kids up. You know what I mean? Before you know it, mama got the baby buying her a Birkin bag. Mama got the baby buying her red bottoms. I mean, what is going on out here, man? Let's get this right.
I get it, though, bro. Like I said, bro, my mom been through it. I watched my mom just buried her oldest son a couple months ago. So I know how.
How's that for you? Like when funerals and
I don't go to funerals.
Why not?
Ain't my cup of tea, shit. I don't even be. Yeah, I went to Jada Young funeral. I ain't.
All right. Let me answer that, right? Now, I'm going to break this down so you understand it from the street. He asked, does he go to funerals? Now, we don't go to funerals. We put people in the grave. You know what I mean? The old me, not me. I'm not into none of that. Never did none of that. We ain't seen none of that. Let's get that right. But when they're on the street, right, and they carrying on, and they bust their gun, they put people in the grave. You understand what I'm saying? They wounded people and may have, turned them paraplegic or, in a wheelchair for the rest of their life. These are demons that haunt us, so you fully understand. These are demons. When these demons haunt us, we have to know how to deal with it. You understand? And the best way to deal with it is to stay away from the demons. There's another part, right? I'm going to break down some things here, right? Before I even play that, let's go. Look, there was a part where he said, you know, like you just heard, he don't go to funerals, right? So he don't go to funerals, and that's because, like I said, the demons is there, man. So, it's like, you know, in the back of your mind, what you did at all times, and by going to a funeral, put it in your conscience. So it's in your subconscious, then it come to your conscious mind. You know what I mean?
Look at his casket.
Why? You didn't look at the casket. I mean, the casket's like the main.
I ain't look at it. I ain't even look at him.
Huh?
Why?
Listen.
I ain't want that to be the last time I seen his face.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I've never been to a funeral, right? I got a whole crazy story that I told on one of the podcasts as far as when I was 7 years old. Cause let's ride. I'm gonna take you for a ride. I'm 7 years old. I'm in Jamaica, right? They got this thing that looked like those police horses they set up as a barricade on the street. But we had one of those made out of wood that was there. And me as a kid, 7 years old, used to just swing on this joint. And I'm swinging back and forth. And then the neighbor's black cat walked by. Old man, about 79 years old, 80 years old. His black cat walked by, and it was a big, thick piece of, wood. You know what I mean? A big piece of wood. And the joint broke in half with my little 60-pound frame swinging from it. And it just broke in half when this cat walked by. I fell down, hit my head, and my head is bleeding. I see the blood go in my eye, touch the blood, put it in my mouth. I said, oh my God, I'm bleeding. So now I'm furious at 7 years old. So I get up and I grab that black cat, and I grab him by the tail. And I start spinning them and spinning them and spinning them, and I slammed them into the tree. They always said that cats land on their feet, ASPCA, don't come at me. I was 7 years old, Jamaica, I knew no better. But when I slang that cat, he hit his head. Neck broke, fell down, dropped dead. You know what I mean? And I felt good. Because he was the cause of this blood. But that's where I was at, because that's how I was raised. So I go home and I tell my grandfather, I said, Grandpa, you know what I mean? I bust my head. He said, what happened? I said, man, if that cat will come by and bust me in the head, and Grandpa patch it up, right? So the next day I get up and I go play with the neighbor, which is this old man. He's 79 years old. Every morning I used to go over there and hang out with him. He loved kids. So when I go over there to go hang out with the man, he won't get up and play. That was the owner of the black cat. He wouldn't get up and play with me, right? So I didn't, I know the black cat ain't there, but he's not up. I go back and I tell my grandmother and grandfather, hey, the neighbor ain't getting up and I want to play. And they're like, man, go back and wake him up. He ain't never sleep this late. So I go back, wake him up, go back. He wouldn't get up. Tell grandma and them, he won't get up. They go over there, they go see him. They say he's dead. Grandpa was a realist. You know what I mean? Grandma said, oh, baby, he died. He was old anyway. And grandma trying to protect me, right? And my grandfather sat me down. He said, no, don't tell that boy that. Tell that boy the truth. When you killed that cat was that old man's lifeline. The man was only living to take care of that cat. As long as that cat was alive, he was going to live. As long as that cat was alive, that old man was going to live. This is what my grandfather told me. Look at me dead in the eyes. He said, well, once you killed that cat, you killed that old man's spirit. Now you're going to be cursed for the rest of your life. Don't you ever go to a funeral as long as you live, because that man is going to haunt you because you took his lifeline away from him. And I'm 7 years old trying to comprehend this. He says, you get ready to go to foreign. I don't care what happened. I don't care who died. Don't go to no funeral. Been up here over 50 years, never went to a funeral. And that's what Youngeen Ace is trying to say, that, without having to go through the traumatic experience, he got his own, whether he's seeing a dead body, God forbid, caused a dead body, whatever. But these are things that's in our mind, and we don't go to these places. And like he said, we want to remember them the way we seen them last. I don't need to see him with a bomb and fluid blown up, looking all twisted in the face. No, I want to remember him as the beautiful brother that would kill for me, that I would die for. So I'm not going to nobody's funeral, because I got it in my head what my eyes saw last. So I don't want the last thing that my eyes see to be my comrade laying in the thing. That's just me. That's just me. Let's play the rest of this, man, so you understand.
I want to remember last time I seen him, he was happy. So I don't want to go to no funeral and see niggas dead. laying down in the casket. Like, that ain't me. I'd rather just vibe. I went to his funeral. That's the only funeral I went to. I ain't even go to my little brother's funeral. I ain't go to my oldest brother's funeral either. So it's like, that ain't my thing. I don't want to vibe. I don't want to vibe with that type of time. I don't even want to. I wanted to be. That's why I say I'm still going through. I ain't get over my other brothers dying because I ain't go to their funeral. So I don't. Sometimes I forget they're there.
You see that? He said he didn't even go to his brother's funerals because, you know, and now sometimes he still remember and feel like they're alive because he didn't see them dead in the box. I know that's what traditions say, but I don't need to see my loved ones in a box. I don't want my loved ones to come looking at me in a box. Remember me as the same silly dude from YouTube and the same father that told you these crazy lessons in life. You know what I mean? And always remember that. And that's the way that go, man. So, you know, we definitely not going to play that. But what I'm going to do right now is we're going to speak on some of the things that he said in the video. He said, Youngeen Ace respond to academics saying, I don't let kids or anyone ride with me, right? I let them know before they get in the car that they can be killed or die from getting in the car with me. That's what Youngeen Ace told them. Now, I'm going to ride. I'm going to tell you one. You know we like to ride. You know, so if you rat bastard don't like it, take that with you and get out of here. Now, check. I don't even let my children, when they was babies, I don't even let my grandson, who's 7 right now, sit behind me. I don't put that many people in the car that someone have to sit behind me. That's because I got that in the back of my mind that at any time somebody could turn this child against me. And I know what a 7-year-old child is capable of doing. If you're not looking, you're not aware, and you don't see it coming. So I don't need to have his father or stepfather, you know what I mean, or grandfather, or anyone tell him to take this and put it in my neck, and I'm sitting there driving the car. And that's paranoia to the 10th degree. And I know y'all can't understand that. I got in an argument with a female that I was taking her kid somewhere, and her oldest child went to sit behind me, and I told the oldest child, nah, don't sit there, sit on the other side behind the passenger seat. And she was already comfortable in the car, you know? And I told her, nah, get on the passenger seat. So, of course, this is a child don't want to be told what to do, even though it's my car. She said, nah, I'm not going. I said, all right, well, you're not going in my car. Get out my car. I'm not taking you. And she's like 11 years old. But that's where my mentality is at. And I know I'm twisted. And I made that child get out and go around and get on the other side. But you know what? I'm here today with all my body parts. You know what I mean? And my life. You know? So y'all might think that way, and that's why I say don't go on the street. It's not worth it because I don't want you thinking like I'm thinking, because this is not nothing nice. I don't want it move. I don't want you thinking like this. You understand? So that's why I'm telling you these things, you know? And then you say, like, I don't sleep at night. Young man say they don't sleep at night. No, we don't sleep at night. You know what I mean? That's when the demons come out. I'm up 2, 3 in the morning. I come down here. I got a 14 terabyte, if y'all know what a terabyte is. That's like 14 buildings the size of the Empire State Building filled up with legal papers. That's how much, you know, gigabytes it hold. And I'm sitting here with 14 terabytes, and I come down here and I just turn this joint on. And when the demons start coming at me, I pour out all my sins. So I'm going to say this now to you rat bastards that's out there. The things that I've spoke about, you understand, was the deepest part of my passion, of my hurt, of what made me who I am today. And I've cried many nights sitting in front of this 14 terabytes with the camera on because I want my grandchildren to know that I am remorseful. But right now, I feel like I have to be a grandfather and be strong, let their mother raise them with the love and kisses, and let their father raise them and do what they need to do. And then I'm on the outskirts and I'm looking in and I'm making sure that I'm guiding both of them to get my grandchildren in the right direction. And that's what that's about, you know? So, you know, like I said, you don't sleep at night when you're on the street like that. And it's not worth it, man. You're losing sleep behind the things you do, you know? And, sometimes he even said it. Youngeen Ace said he feels like he's cursed sometimes. You know what I mean? They feel like he's cursed. Yes, we feel like we curse, man. He even said that, he felt like he was cursed coming out the womb, you know? Because to be put in the situation that we put in as children and then have to take that into teenagehood and adulthood, and then senior citizenhood, these are a lot of demons that be haunting, man, and we don't want these demons haunting us like that, man. So, we stay awake. It's hard to sleep. Now, the feds told Youngeen Ace, right? Youngeen Ace, that he couldn't wear bulletproof vests, and he couldn't be in an armored car, and he couldn't have security. That sounds like a setup. That's what Youngeen Ace said. That was his statement. That sounds like a setup. Why would you tell a man he can't be in an armored car if he could afford an armored car? When anyone could be in an armored car. Why would you tell them they can't wear bulletproof vests? That don't mean that the bulletproof vest can harm anyone. That makes no sense to me. That was one of the things that I found on the tape on that interview. I only watched the first hour, so I'm going to do the rest later because that joint was 3 hours. But definitely check out DJ Akademiks' full interview with Youngeen Ace. Got to give him a plug and a shout out. You know what I mean? Now, Youngeen Ace said that he'll ride, like if he's speeding and he's riding down the street, or he's just riding down the street, normal thing, and a car come behind him, he don't know who it is, and they put the lights on or whatever, that he's taking off. So Akademiks, from a civilian point of view, said, well, why would we do that? You're legal. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, I don't know if it's the ops or not. All I see is headlights. Remember that song that, Ghetto Boys made? You know what I mean? Where, he was driving. If you ain't here, go listen to Ghetto Boys. You know what I mean? Mine playing tricks on him. He riding down the street. And while he riding down the street, he see the car behind him and he see these dudes rolled up on him. And, you know what I mean? When he turned around and really looked, he saw that it was 3 blind, deaf, and dumb senior citizens. You know what I mean? But his mind telling them that they the ops coming at him. Just so you understand, your mind played tricks on you from the different traumas that we've been through, So he said that he'll rather pay for a ticket than pay for a funeral. He said he'd rather pay for a ticket than pay for a funeral. So he gonna jet on the police because he don't know if that's the ops or not. You know what I mean? So he'd rather, you understand? If that's how you want to live, y'all keep doing what you're doing. I'm telling you what's going on so you know not to go down that path. You choose to go down that path, home to Allah, you deal with it like I dealt with it. But try and deal with it like I deal with it. Be a man and take your own responsibility. Don't bring your comrades in that didn't get caught because you got caught. Say, hey, yo, he's behind the bushes. Go get him. He's behind the bushes. No, we don't do that. You got caught, go wear yours, my nigga. Because you done heard it. Unique Mecca Audio first. Get out the street. It's not worth it. Period. But if you feel that it's worth it and you could do it, play by the rules. Don't violate the rules and bloody the rules and give it a black eye and everything else. We don't do that. Now, check it out. Youngeen Ace also said that loyalty goes out the door when money is involved. Anyone will set you up. 100% true. Your boys, your brother, your sister, even your mother. How many of y'all, listen, I know mother. Let me ride. We gonna ride. I love the mothers, but I got to keep it 100 too. I know, one of my family members was hustling with us and he gave all his money to his mother to save, all his money to his mother down in Florida. We up in New York and he keeps sending shoe boxes of money to Jamaica, and then he decided to retire and he fly down to Miami, said he gonna take the money and he gonna get it to Jamaica and he out of here. He done saved up enough. He know he got over $2 million. He go down there and his mother tell him she ain't got a goddamn dime. It says he was sending it, she was spending it. Because that was his mother, and the mother do what she want to do. So she know he up there shooting people, killing people, robbing people, extorting people, doing everything to get money, to send it down there so he can save it so he can retire. And she took that, never told him to stop doing what he's doing. Just like he said, mothers be knowing what the kids be doing, they be hyping them up. See, I bring everything back around full circle, don't forget nothing, because this is all a message. And y'all talk about, oh, he was talking fast. I always talk fast, but I had to slow it down so that y'all can understand what I'm saying, but I'm just keeping this moving so you know where I'm going with this. So now the mother gets the money down there. She spends all the money. He go down there. He ready to retire. It's not a dime. He go down there and now he ready to kill his mama. You know what I mean? But the last thing on his mind is killing his mama because mama's exempt. Mama's the only one could take from us and still breathe. Mama is the only one could take from us and still breathe. If daddy take from us, he got to go. If anyone take from us, this is just on the street level, so no one is pushing nothing, not promoting nothing, just let you know how I work on the street, so hopefully it'll deter you. But if anybody take anything from you, somebody steal your money, give to hold, they deserve to die. That's the rules. It depends on the degree of love you have for them, if you just want to wound them or not. Like in Jamaica, somebody violate and take your money and I'm your brethren, I'm your fleshy. Back in the day, we just shoot it on them leg. We just give them a flesh wound. You know what I mean? shoot him in his leg. So every time the weather get cold, he remember he was a thief. Every time he take a limp, he remember he was a thief, you know? And that's the way we do it in Jamaica, you know? But this is not Jamaica, and I'm not promoting that, but I'm letting y'all know that's what's happening on the street, so don't go on the street. Don't say I didn't tell you. You know what I mean? DJ Akademiks, Jamaican, he got Jamaican flag back there. Big shout out to DJ Akademiks. Big shout out. I got to give him his props. All right, calm down. We gave him enough goddamn props. All right, now chill. Now, DJ Akademiks, he gets his props, man. You know what I mean? He did a lot of things that I'm not going to hold him responsible for because I know the young man didn't know, you know? And I'm going to speak on a little bit of that, but, you know, he get his props because the interview was fire. Youngeen Ace, I love his mindset. I would like to sit down and interview him about certain things that he said that Akademiks let slide. These are the things that I'm mentioning now that was in the first hour of the video that I watched because it was far and few in between because Akademiks didn't know how to ride on it, certain things that happened, and that's not a disrespect to Akademiks. Now, you know, like I said, loyalty goes out the window, right? Even mama take from me. Then Youngeen Ace also said, no one comes to my house. Anything can happen. I don't even trust my mom to come to my house because someone can follow her and kidnap her, right? Now, gunshots. Now that's the real. Let's ride. All right, let's ride. So now that's what I'm talking about. You know, my mama never knew where I lived at. You understand? Mama never asked where I lived at. She already knew. Everybody always say, damn, you know, you don't let nobody go there. I said, nah. I said, man, I bet you let your, girls used to say, I bet you let your mama go to your house. I said, nah, she know better than that. Say, nah, you trying to tell me your mama never been to your house? I said, no. I said, why wouldn't you let your mama come to your house? I said, what if somebody kidnapped my mama and tell my mama to tell her where I live at, and now she knows where I live at, and she brings them to the house, and I open the peephole, and I see a beautiful face on the side, and she's saying, open up, and I open up, and they shoot her in the head, drop dead right there, and walk in, shoot me in the head, torture me to get to wherever I got the bag. Now mama laying at the doorstep, all because she knew where I lived at. That's how violent it is out there on the street, so don't say I didn't tell you. Y'all can run that back and listen to it. I'm going to run it back one more time because I feel like riding. You know? And it's a true story. You know? I know somebody, like I said, they kidnapped his mama, told his mama, you know what I mean? Take me where your son is at. You know what I mean? Put the gun on in the face, pistol whipped her and all that. You know what I mean? Bust her on the back of her head so, you know, her face was still looking good. Dude take it there, and he crouched down in the corner, and he tells her to go and knock on the door and get her son to open. Her son opened the door. As the son opened the door, two to the head, she's dead. He walks in, shoots him in the leg. He's laying on the ground bleeding. He said, we're not going to play no games. Where's the money and where's the drugs? You know what I mean? And he went to say something. He shot him in the other leg. He said, okay, we're going to keep going. So he went to say something else. He shot him in the other arm, You know what I mean? He said, oh, you're not going to tell me? So he shoots him in the other arm. Now he's laying there with a bullet in each arm, each leg, and he's laying there like he's nailed to the floor. And he stands over and put the gun in his face and tells him, where's the money at? I'm saying in the closet. You know what I mean? The nigga threw it with the money. Sits in the closet. You know what I mean? And he shoots him in the head anyway. See, even if you comply, you lose. You know what I mean? That's why I would have just said, shoot me in a blood clot head. You already killed me, mother. What y'all do? But now I'll give you nothing. You have to find it. But this is a dude that watched this bomber get killed on the strength of what he's doing on the street, and he allowed himself to break weak and violate the code and tell him where the money's at. Now we got the money, boop, boop, you're already dead. And it's that simple. That's why I say don't get involved with the street, man. It's not worth it at all. You know what I mean? Now, could you imagine not even letting your mama come to the house? Do you know when I bring female? Let me take another ride. This was going to be long. This is already 33 minutes. I'm giving y'all a bonus. Do y'all know that, you know, and it's true story, because my co-defendant spoke about this in the movie that she did, and everybody want me to speak on the movie, but, you know, I talk when I want to talk, and I'm going to do my own movie. So you rat bastards, go find another to suck on and leave mine alone. Now, any female that me or my brother took to our house had to be blindfolded. They must be blindfolded. And of course we don't trust them. That's the one part. But the second part is we don't trust them to keep it to themselves and stand by the code of not telling the robbers and stick-up kids where you took them to blow their back out when they put the gun in their face and say, take me to Unique and Khalif house. So if they don't know where they're going, you can save their lives. And that's what it's all about. And I was doing them a favor. My brother was doing them a favor. You know how many dudes said, nah, man, I already heard on campus, I heard that, they be blindfolding females when they take them to the house, and they couldn't understand it. But this was a chess move we was playing because life is like playing a game of chess. Could you imagine taking a female to your house and you have to blindfold her? Pull in the garage, keep the blindfold on till you take her in the house because you don't even want to know what the garage looked like because she might drive around where she think it's at, garage door up, and she look in the garage and say, man, that looked like the type of garage that was there, so I'm in the right neighborhood. I pulled the curtains. You ain't allowed to look out the window. You're in here to see me, screw me, suck me, whatever I want to be done with me, whatever you want to be done with you, it's going to be mutual. But there's no reason for you to look out that window, and there's no reason for me to look out the window. Only person know we here is the two people standing here. And that's how serious this life was, man. That's how serious this life was, that you can't even trust a female to drive and let her see how beautiful your house is and your accomplishments on none of that. You couldn't do none of that whatsoever, just so that you fully understand. You understand? So he said, look, Youngeen Ace also said, you must train the people around you to move how you move, right? Or move away from you, move away from them, So, like when I park, right? And I get out, everyone got to get out when I get out. That's two separate parts, right? You train them to move like you move, and then the part B is when you get out the car, they move when you move. When I was younger, right? We're gonna take you back again. We're gonna take you back to the 90s. I put up in front of Mecca Audio. I got the blue BMW tinted windows, 3-piece BBSs with the chrome lip, the little tail on the back, the crazy stereo system, the TV, VCR, everything in the back. You know what I mean? Now, check, so you fully understand. We pull up with my two sons in the car, and I had one son a week with me before. That was the oldest. Then I went and got the younger one that was like 6 months younger. So I go pick him up. I got the two of them in the car. So we pull up at the curb to make an audio, and I'm getting my stuff together, throwing my mixtapes in the bag. My Ron G, Kid Capri, SNS, Doo-Wop, you know what I mean? Double J. I'm throwing all my mixtapes in the bag and my pistol. You know what I mean? So now I get my joint together and I get out and I turn around to go out the car because the back door was still open. And I look, and one of my sons is fishing in the back of the seat and the other one is pulling him by his pants, trying to drag him out the car. I said, what's going on? He said, no, I'm trying to get him. So I asked my son, yo, what are you doing? And this was, he was fat. He was heavy set. You know what I mean? This is my fat son. You know what I mean? So he said, I'm looking for my now ladies. I said, what? Get your ass out the car. You know what I mean? So he jumped up and sort of looking dad face and jumped out the car and ran out with his brother. And his brother took him under the building. I closed the door. I go around. I go in the door hallway and I stay there. I hit the bell. My man's let me in. We go upstairs and we sit down. I said, yo, what was all that about? And he said, no, I dropped my now later, Dad. So I sat him down on the couch. I said, listen, man, where I got you right now is the most dangerous place in the world right now to you. And you have to know how to survive here. This is called the streets in New York. When you're with your father, when I move, you move. When I say stop, you stop. I don't need to tell you stop more than one time. I don't need to tell you something more than one time. So I'm telling you right now, when I pull up anywhere and I tell you to get out, you drop doing what you're doing, you get out and you go under the nearest doorway off the street until I get out the car. And he's looking, he's like, so I said, look, calm down. Nigga love you. I gave him a hug. I said, but I want you here with me. You ain't gonna be here with me if you don't move with me. This how we move in the hood. Now give me a high five. And that was my learning lesson with him. So you rat bastards, go ahead and say I'm teaching them wrong, whatever you want to tell them. But bottom line is they still alive and I'm alive. And that's what this is about, so you understand. Now, as far as, somebody had asked me, yo, why you never took the females to the hotel? You know what I mean? Nah, I took them to the hotel. It depends who she was. You know what I mean? Certain females you just want to do in your environment. That's the ones you blindfold. Now, when you take a female to the hotel, right? This is right how we do that. When I take a female to the hotel, right? This is the way I move, right? And every female I deal with will tell you about this. What I do is I go get 2 rooms, right? When I get the 2 rooms, I got 1 room that I'm going to bone her in. When we done boning, sucking, freaking, whatever we doing, you understand what I'm saying? Then at the end of the night, I get up and I go in my room with my pistol and lock my door that she don't know where the room is. I never closed my eyes and went to sleep with any female I took to the hotel. That's why I'm still alive. So that's how you youngins want to live, where you take your beautiful woman to the hotel, you know what I mean? You're done having sex, you start cuddling up and you curling, you feel your eyes getting tired, but your body feeling warm, your joint getting hard again, but you don't really want to go, you're just enjoying the feeling. And then you close your eyes and go to sleep. And then she reach over and get the phone, or she crawl from out your arms and she go call the nigga and tell him that you up there in room 305 sleep. She put it on you. Quickest way for you to go. That's why I don't play those games. You understand? So after I'm done boning, I go in my own room and shut the door. So if I go get a girl with $100 a room back then, it was like $80 a room back then. You know what I mean? I had to get 2 rooms, you know, for $160. You know what I mean? I had to. But that's why I'm here to tell you these stories today. If y'all want to live like that, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So that's what he mean by you got to train the people around you. Like, I don't post that much on my Instagram. I'm going to start posting, so follow me on Instagram, you know, Unique Mecca Audio, the same as the name of it. I'm going to start posting. But I don't post because every time I go out and I got dope videos in my phone. I got a terabyte in each phone. I got dope videos in each phone, but I don't get to post them because the next day when I think about it, the sun be up and I'm in the club, and I say, damn, I'd rather them think I'm in the club, because I couldn't post while I was in the club, because I couldn't let them know what club I was in, because you couldn't trust them, because I didn't want to be Julio. You follow where I'm at? So if that's how y'all want to live, keep doing what you're doing. I'm telling you it's not worth it. I'm telling you don't go down that path. Get yourself a job and a good woman and chill the hell out, man, and just let unique dumbass mistakes be just that, unique dumbass mistakes. You know what I mean? So now, my thing, right, was why would Akademiks ask Youngeen Ace where you're from, and if he's from there where Fulio, did he know Fulio growing up, you know, did he know Fulio's mother? My nigga, you don't do that. It's an active investigation. Then you even went as far as to ask him, when the last time you been to Tampa? My nigga, think about that. The man is trying to distance himself from him. You hear him distancing himself. You even made him say he lived on the same block. Why would you do that? What is your angle? It's not to disrespect you, it's just a question to you. My phone number is on the screen. Because like I said, I tell everybody go watch a video. I love the program. I love the interview. But certain things you did wasn't right. If you need advice how to interview these young men, to not go down that path to look like the European, you know who it is, start with a V. You know what I mean? Trying to solve the Tupac murder, you know, and claiming props for it. If you're not trying to go down like that, my number's on the screen. It's 917-680-9091. If you're trying to go down that path, do you, but know that, you know, there's consequences to actions, because God don't like ugly. That's all I'm saying. Be careful with these young men, man, because, you know, we have to protect our babies, man, you know. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification bell. You know what I mean? Hit the notification bell if you're already subscribed. You got to hit the notification bell. That's all I'm asking. Just hit the notification bell. It ain't that daggone hard. But like I said, you could always reach me, man. This how we do it at the Mecca. So don't say I didn't tell you that, you know, we in the house. All right? Now, I got the book of Ruin Harlem. Make sure you cop the book of Ruin Harlem, you know. Make sure you cop the book of Ruin Harlem at ruinharlem.com, at Google and Bing, or you could call the number on the screen, 690-9091. I answer my phone, so you rat bastard flip-flop wearing in public trolls that got a problem with what I'm saying, feel free to pick up the phone and we can meet up and do it how you want to do it, or just stay the hell off my channel. It's not that hard. I don't deal with y'all. I can't stand you rat bastards that don't not just say, man, I told. I'm a rat. And then we know how to deal with you. Just identify yourself. That's all I'm saying. No rat bashing. Just identify yourself. All right? Let's go.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. Baby horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours.